Hello, this is Tina Shea Blanchett, your friendly digital engagement specialist, here with WordPress Wednesday. This week we're going to be talking about news postings. It's really important that you give news to your users so that they have a reason to come back to your website. What you'll notice is that we've actually started pushing news from the district to every school site so that no one has a website that has no news posts on it. But as we all know, people come to your website to find out about your school. So you really want to start adding news posts so that you can highlight different events and things that are going on at your school site. It's really important for us to look at what are some of the features of a really good looking post. So today I'm going to be talking to you about 3 ways you can enhance your posts and also giving you some tips and tricks so that you can see how you can enhance posts and make sure that things are going the way you want them to go. I also want to highlight the website of the week. This week we're going to be honoring East Jefferson High School, which can be found at eastjefferson.jpschools.org. We're going to visit their website and look at some of the things that they're doing, including writing news postings that are really making their site stand out. So let's jump right in. Okay, so here we are on the elementary school sample site, which can be found at elementary.jpschools.org. You can also visit the middle high school sample site at middlehigh.jpschools.org. This week I've written a post about how to write a post, and so I want to go ahead and click on it so I can show you some examples of things that you can do to make your post look better. So here we are. I'm going to click right here. So let's go ahead and talk about 3 ways that you can enhance your posts. Number 1, catch your readers with a great title. It's super important that you carefully choose a title that's going to draw your users in. Did you know that 8 out of 10 people will read titles, but only 2 out of 10 will click through to your article? That means that that title is going to be the only chance that you get to get someone to actually read your content. So you want to make sure that that title is catchy and that it really pulls people in. Now, I've given you a couple of suggestions of things that you can do to attract people's attention, like a call to action, a list, or just simply giving rewards and benefits. Again, I encourage you to go to elementary.jpschools.org so you can see specific examples of titles that will make your readers hang around. Number 2, upload a featured image. If we go back to the home page, you can see that I have this little thumbnail that's showing up with this post. It's really important that you put a featured image so that when your news items show up on the home page, you get that little thumbnail. In addition to the title, this image is another way to catch your readers' attention and get them to click through to your post. Number 3, break it up with photos, headers, and lists. One thing that you want to keep in mind is that once you get someone to go to your post to actually read it, you don't want to bombard them with a lot of uninterrupted text, lots of paragraphs, nothing to break it up to make it easy to consume. Remember that a lot of people are just going to really skim over your information and try to pull out the key points. So when you put in headers and bullets and pull quotes and different things, it allows readers to go through and really kind of understand exactly what it is you're trying to say without having to read every single word. And it also makes your text a lot more approachable. It's not overwhelming for your readers when they go on your page and they can see that all the information has been broken up into little consumable chunks. I'm going to go back and show you last week's post, because this is also an example of how you can break up a post. Now you'll notice here I've actually broken this post up with both headers and images. Now keep in mind that although you want to break your post up, you want to use things that are appropriate. If you look at this week's post, I really don't have as many pictures because frankly the topic that I'm talking about this week doesn't really require a lot of illustration. So you don't want to be putting arbitrary pictures or things that really aren't necessary just to break things up. Just try to figure out how can I best structure this information so that it's easy for my readers to consume. So again, 3 things that you can do to enhance your news posts are catching your readers with a great title, uploading a featured image, and breaking it up with photos, headers, and bulleted or numbered lists. Okay? If you visit the elementary or the middle high sample site, you'll also see some additional tips and tricks for posts. I encourage you to check that out. One that I'll show you today on the video is how you can make sticky posts. I think this is a great feature of WordPress. It allows you to take a post, say like a breaking news or school announcements post that you always want at the top of your home page. So I'm going to go click on Edit Post. And then if you look right here in the publishing module, you'll see something called visibility. You want to click on Edit under visibility, and notice that they have this right here, stick this post to the front page. When you check this off, this will make this post sticky, and a sticky post is a post that always stays at the top of your news feed. Remember that news is organized by date or chronologically, so what this means is that every time you write a new post, it's going to go to the top of your news feed. So if you have something really important that you need to stay at the top, you can make it sticky and it'll stay there for as long as you want, regardless of the date. Okay, so that's one feature that I want you to be aware of that I think is going to be super useful for you as you're moving forward and writing more and more posts. Okay, so I noticed that a lot of websites we're not making use of the post feature. Luckily, again, if you look at school websites like East Jefferson, the one that we're highlighting this week, you can see that there are a couple of news posts here that have actually been pushed from the district. So one thing you don't have to worry about is having an empty news feed. We've taken care of that. But in general, when people go to your website, they're really looking to find out what's going on at your school. So I encourage all webmasters to try to at least write one post that pertains directly to your school. Okay? So again, East Jefferson High School, whose website can be found at eastjefferson.jpschools.org, is our website of the week this week. One thing that I really like about their website is that they've jumped right into writing posts, and you can see that they have put a featured image with this post. And when I click through to the post, I can see that they've provided some information that's specific to their school. So I encourage you to click around East Jefferson's website, take a look at some of the things that they're doing, but in particular, I'm highlighting East Jeff because they're one of the few schools that is actually taking advantage of the post feature. So this week, get posting. Until next Wednesday, I'm Tina Shea Blanchett, your digital engagement specialist, and this has been WordPress Wednesday.